it's also about those who have survived, of course, many with wounds, physical and mental, and many destined to replay those memories for as long as they live. Let's cross now to our London reporter, Lisa Hartle, who's at Lancaster Gate with a veteran.
Yes, I'm joined with John Dennett. He's a World War II veteran, as well as Jim from the London Taxi Charity. John, thank you so much for joining us today. So just to tell everyone about your story, you were 17 years old when you first joined up with the Royal Navy as a gunner, and your mum hid your birth certificate so you couldn't join, didn't she?
Well, when she learned I joined the Navy, she said, "You cannot go." And my dad said, "It'll do him good." And so she hid the birth certificate, which at the time she must have thought I couldn't get in without it. Anyhow, I did go to the war as it happened. Me and my friend, 3 weeks after we'd gone down to Bristol and joined, or they took us in the Navy. And my mum wouldn't let me have my birth certificate. So away I go, and when we land up at the barracks where we had to do our training, I don't think they were all that worried about birth certificates. They were more concerned in your health and how many bad teeth you had, because that was the first thing we did. They give you a strip-in back inspection, get dressed, and then look in your mouth. So many bad teeth, out they come. And that was my start to the Navy. So I didn't have to worry about my birth certificate in the end.
So John, you were so young when you joined. You were a gunner in the Royal Navy.
Say young.
17, that's so
Yeah,
young.
well,
What made you join?
At that time, you were on the way to manhood, weren't you? Like, we left school at 14, and you're 3 years into being a man. It's different than today. At 17, you just go into your secondary education, and all that sort of thing. Well, I was working with my father, and I was training to be an apprentice bricklayer. And the firm we worked for was building air raid shelters, camps, all that sort of thing. Because of the military, we were getting called up. And 1941 this was, and the winter was one of those severe winters when everything froze up and all the building come to a stop above ground. And in Corsham, which is a little village further up from where I was brought up, there were underground caves left where they'd taken the Bath and Portland stone out of, and they were building underground factories to store ammunition and all that sort of stuff.
I remember reading about this, John, because you were so surprised having to work underground before. But can I just ask you, you took part in 4 of the major campaigns during the war, one of them being D-Day.
Yeah.
What was that like to experience that? I can't imagine being so young as well.
Well, it's only now I'm older I think to myself, I'm glad I did that, but when you're that age and you're on a ship with a load of lads of your own age and better, you're more curious than afraid, and you're always wondering what the next landing will bring. It's bound to be different, because all the different landings are different. D-Day, to me, was, well, I always felt nothing could happen to me, I'll be honest with you, because there was that many ships on the water, and when you read books, I take it somewhere around about 3,000, which sounds ridiculous, but when you seen the Armada sailing for France and you was looking around, there were that many ships, it was a job to see any water. And you thought, oh, nothing can happen to us. I will admit, we were proved wrong to a point, because we got there, and I was on Sword Beach as it happened, and we went in with the second wave at about 10:30, and we were on the beach all day then waiting. We unloaded our cargo, and we had to wait till the tide came in, and so we were getting shelled, and they had bombing now and again. It was, I'm not saying I was frightened, because I was on a gun, you see, so I always was in the thick of it, so to speak. I was able to take my mind off of what was going on by firing my gun. And while I was firing, it was, hard to say, but no. I'm glad I joined up, I'll be honest with you. I'm proud to have served in the Navy, and I don't regret one little bit.
Well, you should be incredibly proud of the contribution and everything you did.
Well,
we're going to be catching up with you just a little bit later, if that's okay. You're going to the Field of Remembrance, aren't you? And so we've got to just leave it there for now. But is that okay if we come with you to that? Is that okay? So we'll bring you more later, because we're going with John and Jim to the Field of Remembrance at Westminster Abbey, where John would like to pay his respects there.
That's absolutely fantastic. And Lisa, if I can just ask you, if John doesn't mind divulging to the nation, how old is he?
Oh, do you mind answering this? Tom's asked what some people might not want to answer. How old are you?
99.
99.
I thought it was 19.
99. Wow. Well, Lisa Hartle, thank you so much for bringing us that. And what a vivid, incredible story.